Oh, let's see where we come here on Cyrus Says in Singapore. I'm not feeling very good at the moment. I've got some cricks and pains and aches, mostly old age and sitting on a chair for a long time. So this is Chinese traditional medicine, or traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, that's what it's called. Apparently, there's something for everyone. So whatever your pain is, there's something here for you. There's also a saying in Mandarin which goes something like this. If you put your finger in your ear, you may make a sound of wind. That's not the one I was looking for. The one I'm looking for is, if you go for TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, you never know what is behind the door. I don't know what that means, so I'll keep walking until I find a door. Now, where do you find a door in a place like this? Oh, what a coincidence. I can't believe it. It's like we planted the whole thing. I can't believe it. What does it say in Chinese? Dear Cyrus, welcome. Cyrus Says and crew to... What is this place? To find out, press button. I'll press it. There I go. It's open. It's open. It's open. Where is the entrance? Hello, how are you? Andara. Very excited to be here at Synthesis Bar, where we mix traditional Chinese medicine with alcohol and come up with both happy moments and also less pain, which is very rare. I'll find out more because I'm meeting Alex Ng right now. He's right here next to me. He's one of the best looking men in Singapore. If you want to have a good social life, you call him up, he sets you up, but I don't want to tell you about that because that's our personal relation. So let's get right into it at Synthesis. You can look around, it's beautiful. I love the color, Alex, at the back. Firstly, the first thing I thought of was the color. The color scheme is exactly correct. If you go towards the top of the bar, I don't know if you can see it now, but you'll see it at some point. Till the bottom, it's like rainbows. Each color is separate.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex, so what we're going to do here is we'll talk a little bit about you, obviously, because it's very exciting to meet a young Singaporean. But we'll also talk about the fact that this is about traditional Chinese medicine, believe it or not, mixed with alcohol.
Yeah.
Let's start with that for a second, because initially that sounds a little ridiculous because it's like a paradox. Why are we having medicine? But then I think we do have medicine with alcohol in any case, in many, medical bottles.
So I think, of course, we are still a bar and a restaurant. So we do offer non-alcoholic mocktails that has TCM elements in it as well.
What kind of man comes in and asks for a non... And that's me actually.
But my personal belief is alcohol kills bacteria. So, you get a win-win situation, right?
This is a great philosophy for a drunkard's t-shirt. Alcohol kills bacteria, drink all day.
It does.
Don't. Yeah. Do I come in if I'm feeling some ailment or problem?
To be clear, right? We are not, we do not have a
diagnosing people.
Yeah, we are not diagnosing people. We're just creating good food and drinks. Yeah. They do have elements that actually do help with the body.
So we go in the direction of health. We've got certain qualities are there, which we'll explain later in the break when we actually go into the whole mixing and matching thing. But by and large, compared to a normal bar or conventional bar, you're getting a drink, but in that drink you're getting some medicinal properties, which can make you feel a little better. That's where we are.
Yes, yes, correct.
We've got Ayurveda in India. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So there's Indian old-fashioned medicine from the herbs, the roots, trees, plants, all that. Yeah. Chinese herbal is similar in that sense, but of course different set of roots and herbs and stuff.
Yeah.
So going back, how much diligence is given to this whole, you have to understand the making of Chinese herbal pharmaceuticals, so to speak. You have to get into all that when you prepare the drink.
Yeah. So I think for us, of course, we will try to upgrade ourselves with the knowledge, right? To equip ourselves with the knowledge of TCM. So we did a lot of research. What we are focusing on is that, for example, there are ingredients such as like ginger that has warming abilities to warm up the body.
So ginger is, it like makes the body restart.
I think it's
like a reboot over the body, is it?
It is. Yeah. I think it does
Where
really
do you put it in? The mouth or elsewhere?
Not sure about elsewhere, but of course, anything with ginger, they put it in food. A lot of food has it, a drink, even teas.
Right.
It does help warm up the body. And I think, of course, again, too much of anything is never good, right? Yeah, so everything in moderation. Yeah.
Fair enough. So that's ginger. Give us a couple more of the herbs, Chinese herbs that you use.
So I think a few of the Chinese herbs that we are using here is, for example, ginseng roots, goji berry.
Ginseng is famous.
Yes, it is. It is.
All men look for ginseng for some reason.
Yes.
Why, Alex?
Yes. Not sure.
Not answering the right question here.
Not needed yet. Not needed yet.
Not needed. Yeah, but at some point.
Yeah.
But it'll be amongst the most popular, right? Because all the men, a lot of the men,
It is.
elder men, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So you must be getting a lot of requests. And so they tell you, I want ginseng in my drink.
The browse through our menu. So
Or the,
we
or
do
the
have
girlfriend
the
says, just put
ingredients
ginseng in his drink.
there. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do.
Give me one more, one
Yeah.
last one.
Of course, I think monk fruit. Actually, monk fruit is quite interesting. So there's this thing called monk fruit. So in Chinese, it's called luo han guo. So it's very high in sugar. In terms of sweetness, right? So usually they will use it as a replacement for sugar, acts like a honey, right? So when you cook it with water, you have a sugar flavor water, and it has a hint of flavor from the fruit itself, the monk fruit.
What's it taste like? Good?
It's good. You can drink it by itself, add a bit of citrus in it. You can drink it like water, right?
Yeah.
And then all the sweetness come from the natural sugar from the ingredient itself.
Right.
Yeah.
I have this problem that like whenever ladies are passing by, I stare with my eyes open and then they get angry. Is there anything for that? Any herb?
I think you need carrots to have a better eye.
Oh, better eyesight.
Goji berry helps though.
Team Brocha.
Goji berry helps
What does
too.
goji berry do?
Goji berry is actually very high. Is antioxidant,
Yeah.
right? It's rich in the vitamins as well, and it's good for your heart, your eyes. So
or again,
consume
all-round
more of that.
wellness, like
Yes,
post-workout antioxidants.
Right. So a lot of the TCM herbs actually have a very well-rounded medical properties, right? So usually, if you buy a pack of like herbal soup or nourishment soup, the few ingredients are always there, like the
Right.
goji, the
So these are all the
ginseng.
go-to things in Chinese traditional medicine.
Yes, it is. It
To
is.
remember. But one thing we must discuss is the man behind this place, Sebastian Ang.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, couldn't make it here, but tell us a little bit about him.
Sebastian is actually the brain behind, synthesis itself also. So we do have a sister outlet called Mama Tiam as well as Lo Shang. So I think to put it in layman terms, all these three share something in common. So essentially, we do have a shop front which looks, which takes us back to the
Traditional,
last
older.
traditional
Yeah.
era, right? And then it got transported into a modern era. So the idea is to actually recreate all these iconic scenes that is slowly disappearing in the Singapore scene, right? And then just creating this brand essentially.
Alex, man, it's like shaving your beard. Right? You have the beard, it makes you look older, then you shave it, and you come out and you're looking different. It all happens in a few seconds, though.
Yes,
You
yes.
experience old to new, and you go out feeling even better if you pay your bill on time.
Yes.
This reminds me, Sebastian, a little message from the young man on my left, Alex, and it's time to look at his appraisal and check his hard work
you.
and everything that he's been doing and the glory he's brought to the wonderful branch here and all the different restaurants, the 2 3 of them, not just
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But Synthesis in particular.
Yeah.
I got your back, Alex.
Thank you.
Right now, will you have my back and help me make some medicine, some
For sure.
traditional Chinese medicine?
Let's do it.
That's going to be an activity, and I want everyone to watch this. Try and pick up what we're doing. Now, remember, we too are professionals. You won't be able to work at the speed we do and understand what we're doing, but just watch it. Watch the episode again and again so that you figure this out, because this will help you in your daily life as well. If you're newly married, especially. Right?
Good.
All right. Here we go. Ever since Tom Cruise's Cocktail back in, I think, 80s or 90s came out, I've been thinking I need to do the same thing, the mixology thing. But here we're going to do it with a difference, right?
So I think what we are trying to do here is to actually incorporate some TCM elements into the cocktail. So it actually boosts, create this holistic experience for our guests.
So
right?
just to be clear, it's TCM, not TLC.
No.
No tender loving care.
There will be.
There will be after. Okay.
Shall we proceed to make the
Yes,
first
yes,
drink?
Alex, you show us.
Okay. So I think the first drink that we'll be making is actually based on a chrysanthemum. So
Okay.
using some gin base, some chrysanthemum blend,
Okay, great.
a bit of a dry orange as well.
Don't tell them everything or they'll start making it, not buying it. And how do you spell chrysanthemum? You figure that out while he mixes this.
Right.
CHRYSA.
Right.
That's
So
right.
actually, this drink, right, is a twist on a martini.
Right.
So I think James Bond has a favorite drink
Dry,
called the
dry,
Vesper.
yeah.
So shaken, not stirred. Right?
Shaken or stirred.
So
This is stirred, right?
yeah, correct. Chrysanthemum usually they are very popular in TCM. So basically, it has a lot of cooling effects and stuff like that.
So this is for just general health, right?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So moving forward, of
So
course,
is alcohol. No, it's not. No,
It
it's
is.
not.
Just a touch of them.
All right. Look at the way he does it. Look at the body language and the speed. Don't try that at home. It takes years to master this, right, Alex?
It does.
40 years of training in a bar academy.
Not 40 years yet.
39.
Maybe.
Okay, watch your fingers. Ah. That's damn tough. Oh, that's it?
Give it a little.
Wow.
Right.
Breathtaking.
Okay, so we'll finish it off with a little bit of garnish. So these are the chrysanthemum that we are using.
Oh. It's such a big word. It's so small.
Right.
Chrysanthemum.
Can I offer you the drink?
I've got a friendly local who's going to taste everything.
Right.
His name is, we call him Silver.
The official taster of this trip?
Yes. Also, you're being a guy who's always unhealthy. Just see if it makes you
Hi,
feel
Alex.
better.
Very nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Now spell chrysanthemum.
CHXY.
Very good. Very
Thank you. Excellent,
good.
excellent drink.
We'll call you back.
Right.
So
So
this-
this drink
this-
is called Golden Petal, by the way.
Golden petal. Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, just to again explain, it's just for general health. This is not for any specific thing. You just feel better, more
For sure.
vitality, vigor, robustness, all that.
So alcohol kill bacteria. End of the day.
Oh, right.
Right.
Bacteria drink your alcohol, but don't drive after drinking. Yeah.
Okay. So moving forward to the
Yes.
second drink, it's actually called the Spice Girl Whiskey.
Spice Girl.
Yes. So it's
raining, man. Come on. Okay.
So it's actually a twist on a classic cocktail called the penicillin. So penicillin.
the vaccine
Yes,
thingy.
correct. Right. So it's ginger-based whiskey, smoky, citrusy, right? And this will require a bit of muscle.
Yeah. Okay. We don't have that. We'll have to outsource.
Right. So right here we have a tea-infused whiskey.
Tea infused whiskey.
Yes.
Tea. Chai.
And then homemade spiced ginger syrup. So we actually cook this ginger syrup together with some spices as well as honey and some fresh lemon juice as
I
well.
love fresh lemon juice. That's my medicine.
And this is when we will need the mussels.
But then, Alex, if you're telling everybody what's in, then they can all make it at home, right?
Hopefully, sharing is caring, right?
No.
This
Let's
when
keep our secrets. We don't tell you the secret ingredient. There's one ingredient missing.
Would you like to try?
I've got my guy.
Right.
His name is Silver.
Just put your left hand down and then right hand on top, right?
Oh.
And then what you do is just
Oh.
right.
You use two hands to shake. Aha. Young man. Acha.
Right, good job.
Now move your hips, man. There you go.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
I'll just, the shaking? Yeah. Now you go.
Great. Thank you. And
Right.
now?
Look at the way he does it. Look at the way we do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, it looks quite good, huh? Please finish the whole thing now because a lot of care going into this. Oh, by the way, Alex, what does this help with? Any specific?
So I think ginger in general, it has a lot of benefits, right? So it does help the body, it does help with digestion as well. And then for honey, so honey is actually a good replacement of sugar, right?
Right.
So it's a healthy
He
drink.
has a hormonal issue. Will that help in any way?
That I can't advise.
Is your voice getting light? Your voice is getting lighter, no? Yeah. Okay, all right. Then
Right.
we need to.
So
quickly give you
basically
this.
penicillin, right? The
Yeah.
classic penicillin actually has the smoky whiskey float on top. So the difference that we are doing here is that we are smoking the cinnamon into the drink.
Watch it.
And
Wow.
So we will just let it sit
Lalti.
for a while. Let the smoke infuse with the drink.
Right. So if it's going to take time, just keep turning. That way we can establish the clock. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, that's about it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's about it. Huh.
Here you go.
Can you drink it neat like that?
Yeah.
sorry, Cyrus is not drinking this, guys.
It's my sacrifice. For him to get healthy, my son must get healthy. For God's sake. First, let's look at him before he drinks it. Oh, terrible.
Smell it, smell it. It smells so good. Like a smoky smell.
Drink. Let's see if you feel better. And?
I'm cured of cancer.
Wow. Excellent. Unbelievable.
And then last but not least, we will be making a drink called...
Meantime, I'll make a phone call. Hello, Mom. It's running late, huh? Okay. Sorry.
So we'll be making the last drink called Date with Cha-Cha. So
Dip with Cha-Cha.
Have you guys seen the
Cha-cha-cha?
the local drink, the herbal tea?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The normal herbal tea thingy.
The herbal
Yeah,
tea?
yeah.
And then it's Date with Cha-Cha. It's called Cha-Cha herbal tea.
Okay.
Right? And then for this drink, we are actually using cognac as the base.
Cognac. Spelled C-O-G-N-A-C, pronounced cognac.
And then a bit of homemade red date syrup. So not easy for them to make it.
Yeah, so you can't make this. It's organically made here.
And then there is a bit of the herbal tea itself.
Yeah.
And this is the homemade red date syrup.
Silver, come close, be ready.
So this has actually a lot of cooling effects. It's whatever a herbal tea should do.
Okay.
Right?
So same effect as a herbal tea, but tastes better. Okay.
And with alcohol.
And with alcohol. Shibani.
Yes, my love.
Shibani, please try it.
Right. So actually, this is also inspired by a local dessert called cheng teng. If you guys have the
Cheng
chance
teng.
to try it. So basically, they have the garnish itself is red date
Ah.
as well as white fungus.
White fungus, that's my favorite thing. I was going to name you White Fungus when you were born. Thought it was a great name.
Oh,
And there's ice in everything. I'm a big ice fan, so that's a great. Even though he heats it up, he then adds the ice.
Right, here you go. So you can choose to either drink it from the bowl or drink it with a spoon.
Yeah.
wow, again, smells beautiful.
Yeah. So do you. Yeah. Smells great. Yeah.
Right?
All right. Close up of a man. A real man would just use the bowl, but I guess, you know.
Oh, this is nice, strong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, cooling.
Very
It's supposed to
smooth.
cool your body.
Very
Give it a minute. You're supposed to feel like relaxed, right?
It does have a cooling effect, and cognac, in locally, our elderly, they
Yeah.
usually say that cognac helps with the body,
Yeah.
right? So double benefit.
He aged so quickly, Bichara. He's what now? 51?
Yeah.
So suddenly it happened.
Wow.
Have a little bit more. Now. Let's see if, what it does.
Man, I'm already kind of buzzed.
Can you get high with this? Can you?
You
course.
do. There is
I felt the buzz.
I don't know how much alcohol is there, Alex.
quite a bit.
Oh, there is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite a bit.
Thank you. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So nice.
My people don't like to pay the bill. Ran away.
Right. Okay.
That's great, Alex.
So I think that's pretty much the three
Yeah.
cocktails that
Yeah.
we are showcasing today.
Yes.
So, and I hope that you will
Well, this
like
has been
it.
great. We've learned a lot. And I think it would just be right that we leave with a memento. So, I'll take this. Is that good?
Right, that's good. It can be used in a lot of.
Thank
you.
Non-bar like ways. Aisha, I'm coming home. Welcome back. We're in the bar called Synthesis. I've just been told that's the real way. That's the right way, right? Synthesis.
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 Yeah.
Okay, so my crew, as usual, doesn't know anything. What's in the name, as we all say? Sebastian's name actually is Ang. I may have said more Eng.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we get used to it. Have the right medicine, you'll be fine. By the way, those medicines were great. Not medicines, drinks. What should we call them?
So they are TCM inspired cocktails.
Yeah, TCM. That's a long. I mean, after 2 drinks, I can't say all that.
Of course.
So TCM, basically traditional Chinese medicine in the cocktail is the concept. Alex, tell us a little bit about, you're a young man in Singapore, and that's the one thing we haven't really met too many young men to talk to. So you're going to represent the face of modern, progressive, upbeat, upmarket Singapore. To begin with, you're going to New York in a little while.
Yes. So we will be actually heading to New York to do a masterclass over there, which I think is a very good opportunity as well.
You're going to teach.
Yes, it is. So I think maybe I will share a bit about myself.
Please do.
So I started when I was 18, right? Started bartending, and then
Alex, you still look 18.
Thank you. so I
It's the medicine.
So I always thought that being a bartender is cool. You get all the girls,
Yeah.
you get free shots
Yeah,
and whatnot,
yeah.
right? So that's what essentially drive me. And then after
That's so honest.
yeah. So and then after a
Yeah.
while, I find it very interesting because there's no limitation to what you can do.
It's also a skill.
Yes,
I mean,
of
I try to
course.
bartend and my hands are just not good enough. I was watching you behind the bar. We have the footage. You can show it again.
you.
I mean, there's a certain skill. It's like an art form. You can see the guy juggling, the way his body language goes
Yeah,
and all.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can tell a guy who's a proper bartender from a guy that's not his line of work.
So I think showmanship is actually quite important.
Can you do
in
the
our line of
tosses?
work. Not yet. But I tried a few times, but then I'm not as agile as those flat tenders.
Yeah.
They're
Is
called
that what they
flat
call it?
tenders. Yes,
Flat
correct.
tenders.
Flat tenders. So I think So I started bartending, and then eventually I thought that being a bartender is great because you get to meet people from all walks of life, and then being a bartender gives you a superpower.
Yeah.
Right? You're able to converse with your guests with
The
no
therapist.
boundaries.
Yeah.
So they share with you about everything,
What would be the normal things when you break up, career?
I think
somebody sick?
mostly career.
Yeah.
Mostly career. I think
So why would an investment banker come to a bartender and say, help me?
I can't help you with that, but
Yeah.
I can help you get through the night.
True.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to now just switch quickly to Singapore for a bit, general Singapore, because that's why we're sort of here. So, I mean, you're a guy in his 20s, you're young. What else? You already have the bar thing going, so you've got the whole nightlife under control. What do you do to relax? What's a fun thing to do in Singapore? What should we do in a day, for example?
I think for me, usually I'll just spend time with my loved one. But of course, I think taking a walk down in Sentosa could be calming. Yeah, even though it's a small island, right? But
It's not that small. We all lost weight.
Okay.
You've been shooting there.
So I think one of the things that I do is sometimes I will just find a weekend, right? Go to the beach, by myself, take a walk, listen to the sea, because like Singapore is relatively small, and then there's buildings all around. So the only time where you can have like a clear view of the sky, the sea, you can only find them in Sentosa.
Is it okay if we do that? Would we also follow a really old lady around? For
No,
reason?
don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
told my cameraman, Aniket, he just won't listen. But the one thing we didn't cover, which I wanted to, but we just have this much time, so we can't do everything in Singapore, is the culture scene. The art scene, the culture scene so much. As in concerts, musicals that come here, artists that perform here. So where does one go to see that? Because I believe there's some very good...
Expo. So most of these events they either hold at Suntec Convention Hall, Expo, or even Sentosa. Sentosa is a huge, they have a huge space, right? So
Right.
like our annual year-end party, Zukao, one of the most popular parties, right?
You always sell the
Usually
brand.
Yeah.
You're going places, young man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Alex, if I was your age again and I was single and I was trying to take a young lady out for a night out and all my pals go out for a night out, give me a trail that I should do.
So for your first activities, right? You guys gonna have breakfast, coffee, cafes,
Oh, they're
right?
great.
So
All over, yeah.
go for Loshang.
Loshan, write it down.
Loshang, right? So, and then after which you guys can actually walk around. There's a few museums around that area. So it's at Dhoby Ghaut, located. The nearest train station will be Dhoby Ghaut, right?
Right.
So from there, we do have chimes or some historical building around that area. So after which you guys can actually go back to the same area. So Loshang is actually located on top of Mamadiam. Right?
Okay.
And then you guys can have your dinner there,
Oh, wow.
right? And then after your dinner there, can come back here to Suntec and
Again.
then have drinks.
Marketing
Yes,
man.
this is-
There you go.
right?
Yeah. And ask for Alex. And there are plenty of all-night outlets, so does shut by about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
The nightlife in Singapore, there is Maki is one of the most popular clubs in Singapore right now. And then I'm not so much of a clubbing guy. So
Because you work in a night.
Right,
how much can you do?
right.
You're the last guy who wants to go to a bar. I can imagine.
Yes. Yeah, but I think in nightlife, in terms of the nightlife offerings in Singapore, there is quite a few. But of course, it's gonna take a while for me to like list out. But do check out Singapore. It's gonna be fun.
I have one more question.
Mm.
Actually, two. One is, what is the biggest tip you got ever?
I think it's about $500.
Wow.
$500.
And the last question on a personal note is, how do you get that hairstyle? And it stays.
Yeah.
We've been here for about 3 hours before shooting as well. It's remained the
I
same.
spend a lot of money on my hair, right?
Yeah. So every day you got to get this exactly right before you leave the house.
Yeah. Yep. I'm quite particular, lah.
Yeah.
Right. I think image is very important. So how you portray yourself,
Oh my
and
God. Too late.
first impression, I think is very, very important.
Yeah. Well, you're in the business.
Yeah.
You're in the people-pleasing business. I'm in the people-hating business. Not anymore. People-pleasing as well. So here we are in Singapore in a bar called Synthesis with Alex Ng, who's a young bartender on his way up. He's going to New York to teach a class. And that's how the world has changed around us, and everybody, interacts with everybody else in the spirit of good harmony and lots of drinking, which is not good. Moderate drinking is better.
Yes.
Alex, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And hope to catch up with you soon.
For
in the
sure.
meantime, there's something you have to apply on me for that pain in my...
I got you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. Okay, all right. Off we go. Bye-bye. Well, it's not exactly a goodbye here. I'm going to pause for a second because I'm off to Marina Bay. So stay with us as we go to Cyrus Explores. Oh, Marina Bay. The trick while walking is to always walk in the middle so someone is ahead of you on this side if the car starts. That person gets hit first. Simple. And this is the Marina Bay. You can look this side. This is the Arabian Sea. For some reason, my cameraman is laughing. What is funny about Arabian Sea? It's the sea. It's the Arabian. So this is the famous Olympic walk. We're going to take a look at the Olympic walk. But what you don't understand about the Olympic walk, it's not so much about the Olympics, it's about the walk. You must show respect by doing the walk you do at the Olympics when you're an Olympian athlete. This is what the walk is. It's a hip walk. You'll see it, the Olympic walk. It's difficult to do for a lot of people, especially with hip surgery. But otherwise, you should be okay. The Olympic walk. What I've learned just now, because I'm an Olympic athlete, so we know this, is that each tree represents a country that has participated in the Olympics. So for example, you may not be able to guess which country this is, but I can tell you just by looking at the tree, because I'm an Olympic athlete, immediately this is Greece. This is Senegal. The India tree is right here. Let's go. Just follow me, be patient. We have the India tree. The India tree was right here. It was here when we did the rehearsal. Someone has taken our India tree. Kripya, ध्यान दीजिए. अगर आपके पास India का पेड़ है, please give it back to us. It's amazing. This site in Mumbai, impossible for me. I can stand in an area with nobody around for hundreds of yards. That's a great feeling. Put my hand, don't touch anyone. Put my hand, don't touch anyone. Put my leg, don't touch anyone. Turn around, don't touch anyone. It's liberating. Welcome to Singapore! Excuse me, I've taken the traditional Chinese medicine and it takes a little while for the effects to leave and make you feel better. In the meantime, show's over. Cyrus is in Singapore and I can't tell you how good I feel. This is the best moment of my entire life. Just if you can stay out of the way, because it takes time for the voice to come back. Let me go meet people who can help me. Hello, taxi!